Please click on the thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you enjoyed my vlog. Bye for now.
Hi everybody, this is John from Old John's Vlogs, and today I'm going to have a look at what to consider when buying a new kitchen. But first of all, I want to show you around the old kitchen that we've been left with through no fault of our own. And you can see that the linoleum on the floor is ripped, and that's because this washer is on an uneven floor and it dances a little bit. You can see that there's tiles there, and that's the switch for the outside, that's the switch for the kitchen, and it's on a large tube which I'll show you later. And this one's for the fan, which I'll show you later as well, but it doesn't work properly. Now the tiles I can't replace, and the tiles on the left are completely different to the tiles on the right. You can see there that we've not enough room on top of the cupboards, and you can see also there's a large light there which we can't find a diffuser for. That's the cover that goes over the bulb. They don't make them anymore in that type of light. You can see also that we've lights underneath the cabinets that I put in. They don't look very good, but we need them because it's so dark in that corner. And you can see also that they go to plugs which stick out of the wall. And the reason for that is that whoever put those plugs in didn't dig into the brickwork, and they put the cables on top of the brickwork. And you can see that on top of this particular tiles there's wood, and it's plastic on the other one. And of course you can see here as well the plugs are out of the wall, and we need them in because we need the extra room. And there's also a plug there for a cooker. God, heavens knows how long that's been in, or how old it is, or why we want one, because we're gas. Same again, all the plugs are coming out of the wall, and they should be integral by today's standards. And we're lucky enough we have a plastic windowsill, which eventually saved us a little bit of money. The worktops, you can see, are all ruined at the back of the sink. They're just crumbling away. And the sink itself there, look, it's got a dent in it, and I believe it leaks. And these taps for my wife, because she can't turn the other tap on. But every time we wash up, that gets wet, that wood, and of course it has a lingering smell about it. But these taps are ideal. That's the one good thing about this kitchen, the nice taps. And when we're at the kitchen sink, we can look outside, and on a nice day it's a beautiful view. But you can see there that the tiles are not buttered up properly actually. Whoever fitted those in, they didn't put the corner piece in, they just buttered them together. And now if you don't like my Yorkshire accent, I've been told to speak in Yorkshire. But if you don't understand it, I'll put some words on the captions underneath. Now that's a dead drawer because it's under the sink. You can see under this particular, in this drawer, there's all wiring and plumbing, and it looks a complete mess. And it is a mess as well. And in the corner there, we can't get in and out of there because we can't get up and down as like we used to be able to do. And so we just put junk in there that we don't use, which takes up room. And these corner pieces, you can see are going, look, they're cracked. And as we say, we don't know how long they've been in, but they've been used a lot. And you can see also that this unit has just about had its days. We can't clean it. The only thing that we could do was maybe put a coat of paint over it if we were keeping it. And you can see that these things are rotten. They're just rotting away. That's the fixtures to the door. Underneath you can see that it's going as well. Now this is what we call a knick-knack drawer, where we store all sorts of things that we like to get our hands on when we're working in the kitchen. And you can see a gap there between the worktop, and the worktop's higher I should say, than the gas cooker, and it doesn't look nice at all. And there's nothing we could have done about that unless we rip the old kitchen out. This gas cooker's also on a chain for safety, which I put in, and we also put those edges on there, those metal edges on, because the worktop was just rotting away, decaying. So we put those on, which you could get at any DIY shop, I think we got them from. But there's two depth types, so you have to be careful which size you want. You have to measure them first. Just moving on a little bit to the fan. I mentioned earlier, this fan doesn't work. It's a state-of-the-art fan, and we had it put in, and it's supposed to work on two phases. One phase just takes the heat out of the room, and the second phase, when it kicks in, takes the heat and the steam out of the room, and the second phase doesn't work. And you can see also that we're strapped for room. We have to put things on top of these cupboards. Doesn't look nice. Luckily this wall's not too bad, but I suspect underneath those units it's going to be a bad wall because it's an old house. Once again, you can see there's things on top of the units. We just haven't got the room to store. And also we've put some bread up there, which is not a good idea because it dries out too quick. But you can see the handles have all gone. They're all shot at. We've put things in where we can to be right for my wife. My wife cannot lift weight, so my heavier cups go on the second shelf and the lighter cups go on the bottom shelf so that she can pick hers out there. Now there's a wall on the right there which we could have another unit, and you can see there we've just got things shoved in. Again, on the bottom shelf it's the lightweight stuff, the lightweight plates, and sorry, in that case the heavier ones are at the bottom and the lighter ones are further up. Again, for my wife, who is having problems with her hands. But there's where we could have another cabinet on there, and the clock could be easily moved. and you can see once again we're storing things on top of the fridge, and there's a big gap there. You can see also that there's a bin there for the kitchen waste before it goes out into the council bins, and that's not very nice to look at. And the reason that I filmed the fridge is that you can see a black dot there on the right hand side, and that's the door handle from the kitchen door bangs into it all the time, so that could be moved as well. This is the best storage cupboard we've got, but once again right at the back we can't put anything in there that we use all the time, because it gets pushed to the back and it gets forgotten about. Once again there, look, it's everything's cracking up in the corner. It's just old, but we don't know how old it is. And we keep things in that one I've just shown you because it's the coolest one in the house. So I think that's about it on this one. I'll stop there. Oh, I must tell you about this, and that's there because every time we wash up, water runs onto the floor. You can see that this particular unit where the washing up thing is, it's in line with the door. Well, I mentioned that because that's going to change. But also, I meant to carry on and say that the towel is on the floor because whoever put the worktop in before put it on a slant, that the room slants down towards this end a little bit, and the water just runs off the worktop onto the floor. And once again, we wouldn't have known about anything that I've mentioned when we came to the house. And so what we've decided was that we're going to have people, experts in to sort all this out. I'm just pointing out there that we also put that on ourselves because it was crumbling away at the corner and it looked bad. And in this corner as well, we have to do something about that. And I don't know what we'll do about that because it probably not be within the price. The floor's a lino type, a thick lino type that looks like wood, and when it's finished it'll look nice, but you can see there's all bits knocked out of that side panel, and also the linoleum's ripped because this when the washer was put in, what we didn't know is the floor was uneven and it dances and it rips the linoleum. That's what we would see if we were standing at the back door, a nice view of the garden and beyond. On a lovely day, it's beautiful. So all the worktops are more or less, they've had it, really. There's only just enough room to put the washer in, but as it happens, that's the height it's going to have to be. I'm not sure what we're going to do from here. I think we've seen most of this video piece where I put all these tiles you can see are either dented or cracked, or we can no longer keep up to cleaning them. It's the same with these plugs. They look old-fashioned and out of date, and on the left-hand one there you can see there's a screw missing altogether, which actually I didn't know about until I started making this film. But overall, the ambience of the kitchen is not very good at all.